long time. We've got these huge storylines that could completely redefine legacies and, of course, the championship race. So today, we're going to break down all the explosive developments that have the entire league just teetering on the brink.
Okay, let's dive right in, starting with the Western Conference. There was this one blockbuster trade that was supposed to create a brand new superpower. But just as quickly as that happened, some breaking news sent a totally different kind of shockwave through the league, and it completely upended the balance of power before anyone even hit training camp.
So just as everyone was crowning the Houston Rockets as these legitimate contenders after they landed Kevin Durant, bam, they lose their floor general, Fred VanVleet, to a torn ACL. For a team that literally just went all in, losing your veteran leader and starting point guard is just a truly, truly devastating blow.
And this one single injury completely reshapes the entire landscape out west. I mean, think about it. For a team that just pushed all their chips to the middle of the table, the pressure has suddenly skyrocketed.
And the ripple effects are immediate. Houston's point guard depth was, already a little bit of a concern, and now they're forced to throw their lottery pick Reed Shepherd straight into the fire. This also means Kevin Durant is likely going to be forced into a much bigger playmaking role, basically becoming a point forward out of sheer necessity. So, beyond that initial shockwave in Houston, this season is a really critical turning point for a bunch of other key players. For some, it's all about responsibility, and for others, it's about taking a massive, massive financial risk. That right there, that was the direct and very public message from the New Orleans Pelicans' new head of basketball ops, Joe Dumars, to his superstar, Zion Williamson. You just know that signals a whole new era of accountability down in New Orleans.
And all that public pressure really comes down to one simple, incredibly frustrating number. 2. That's it. That's how many seasons in his entire career Zion has managed to play more than 30 games. When he's actually on the court, his coach says he's one of the best in the league. The problem is, his availability is the one thing holding both him and the Pelicans back from what they could really be.
So while Zion's facing a crossroads that's all about availability, another young star up in Golden State is facing one defined by pure ambition, and he's making a huge financial gamble that could really define his entire career. Get this. Jonathan Kuminga is turning down a massive, life-changing contract from the Warriors. We're talking 3 years, $75 million. Instead, he's taking a 1-year, $8 million qualifying offer. He's betting on himself, betting that one breakout season will make him a max player when he hits free agency next summer. At the end of the day, this isn't just about the money right now. It's about self-belief. Kuminga sees himself as this rising star who just needs the right situation, the right role to prove it to everybody. It is a huge risk for sure, but the reward could be massive, and it puts all the pressure squarely on him to perform. So while some players are dealing with all this uncertainty, another one of the league's biggest superstars spent the entire summer completely transforming his body, his mindset, his whole approach to the game. Yep, welcome to the summer of Luka. After that shocking offseason trade sent him from Dallas to the Lakers, Doncic responded with what sources are calling a massive wake-up call. And this wasn't just about getting in better shape. This was a complete overhaul of his leadership, his partnership with the new front office in LA, and even his commitment on defense. And you gotta give the Lakers organization credit. They immediately saw this change and went all in. They flew their top executives 6,000 miles just to meet with him. They set up daily check-ins. They offered resources to his national team. It's a level of care and partnership that, frankly, he never really got in Dallas. This whole transformation has the potential to shift the entire balance of power in the league. I mean, if this new, mature, hyper-focused version of Luka Doncic is here to stay, the Lakers might have just found their next cornerstone for a dynasty. So, while all these new stories are bubbling up, the league's hierarchy is also being redefined. At the very, very top, one player pretty much stands alone at the undisputed peak, while another is contemplating his final chapter. I mean, just look at this. When league insiders, we're talking coaches, scouts, execs, were polled, the result wasn't just a win for Nikola Jokic. It was basically a coronation. It is a near unanimous belief that he stands completely alone at the top of the game right now. And this quote from an insider, wow, it just captures the feeling around the league perfectly. After watching him dominate year after year, his peers have all come to the same conclusion. Nikola Jokic is at the absolute peak of his powers, and he is just inevitable. But in stark contrast, you have the league's other king,
LeBron James, who's facing a much more uncertain future. According to that same insider poll, they see his future as a simple, binary choice. Either he's still a Laker, or he walks away from the game for good.
His agent, Rich Paul, sent a really clear message to the entire basketball world. Stop trying to predict the end, just enjoy the final phase of this historic career. Because nobody, and maybe not even LeBron himself, knows exactly when it's all going to be over.
And what this really tells us is his decision isn't based on just one thing. It's this complex balance of different factors. How's his body going to hold up in a 23rd season? Are the Lakers actually true contenders? And what does the future hold for his son Bryce in the 2026 draft? All of it plays a part.
So when you pull back and look at the big picture, all of these individual threats, the injuries, the gambles, the transformations, the legacies, they all weave together to create a season that's going to be defined not by answers, but by these huge, high-stakes questions.
And this is why this season matters so much. We are right on the brink of major shifts across the entire league map. Careers, legacies, championships, they're all hanging in the balance, just waiting to be decided.
And that's the question, isn't it? It's what makes this one of the most anticipated seasons in years. We're about to witness a potential changing of the guard, and it's a story that is still being written right before our eyes. We'll be watching to see how it all unfolds.